The healing requires a lot of good established motor skills because we all love a dog who is dancing but at the same time be in the correct position next to you as a handler, and therefore the dog has to learn how to move his body. We start the entire exercise with taking some kibbles of food and luring him, and then again, this is not the way how we teach the exercise healing, because later on it has to work without a ball, without food in your hand, without a clicker, without a leash, without a stick and stuff like that. This upcoming video series is just to teach the dog to get a body awareness. So let's get started.
So I start off the training with proactivity, meaning the dog gives me eye contact, I mark it and I reward him. And now, since he is so young, this goes pretty quick in the beginning. He just looks at me for not even a half second and the next click is coming. In this session we are going to work on Futtertreiben, which means I will have food in my hand and I just want him to follow my hand. As you can see, I'm holding my hand there as a little bowl at the beginning. And then he can of course smell that there is more than one piece of kibble in my hand. And this motivates him a lot to follow my hand. Later, when this is more clear for the dog, I actually turn my hand around and have only a piece of food under my thumb. But this will come a little bit further ahead once I feel that the dog is ready for it. As you can see, I just hold it there again as a bowl. He's eating, I touch him. I just want him to have a great feeling and I want him to understand that the food is coming from me. And I'm only being active after the click. Before the click, then I'm passive for a half second, wait for eye contact. He looks at me and then I start to tell him he's a good boy as I'm feeding him here, as you can see.
Oh, das ist toll. Ja, das ist toll. Ja, komm schnell. Oh, ja, komm. Oh.
Again, he is following my hand. Actually holds both hands now, that he can eat a little bit more. It needs to make sense for the dog. He needs to understand that, okay, when I'm following the hand, I get my food. And that is awesome because I'm really motivated to get my food. Yeah, and this is a very short session. I think I'm working with him here for not more than 2 minutes. And then I end up my training session with playing with him. And this is what I always do. Each and every training session, I always mix concentration with motivation. And when it comes to play with your young dog or puppy, it is all about to try to make the dog feel strong. You need to figure out something what your dog likes. If this is a ball, if this is a tug, if this is something else, doesn't really matter, as long as your dog can release some energy and have fun in the training. And I am barely pulling at all. I really try to make sure that Ivan here thinks that he is the strongest little dog in the whole world. So when I feel that he's pulling just a little bit, I immediately say, wow, you are awesome, and I let go. And this makes him grow. This makes him think that he is very strong and dominant.
Oh, he's a strong one.
And you see, he always comes back with it. He wants to continue to play. So he is definitely appreciating what I'm doing with him here. Yeah, and this is a process. You have to figure out how your dog wants to play. If you have an extremely possessive dog, then you need to put a little rope on this little tug here as well. Otherwise, it ends up that the dog bites in it and runs away, and then the play is over. But Ivan is different. He loves to engage with me. I try to motivate him, of course, to say, hey, come back, you're awesome, let's keep on doing this together, let's play. And he's responding extremely good, as you can see. He says, okay, I'm in, grab it, let's play. And that is really funny. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and we will see you in our next video.
Ja. Gut, mein Junge. Hey. Oh. Oh. Oi, 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 oi. Ja, komm. Komm. Ja, komm. Ja. Klasse. Ui. Oh. Oh. Oh, oi, 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 oi. Oh, da, 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 da. Ja, komm. Ah, good. Yeah, good. Yeah, guys, this was it for our training session. I'm exhausted from having this position the whole time, but as long as Ivan is having fun, I have fun. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. Oh. Oh. So I'm going to do a little bit healing. Ivan, if he can stop biting in my pants. Where I'm going to make sure he believes in my food hand by making yeah, good. Push him away. Come. Yeah. Come. Jawohl. Jawohl.
As you can see, I am gently pushing him away from the food hand, and then I release, and then he gets his food. The reason is simple. I didn't feel that he had enough drive into my food hand, and then I thought, how can I fix this? Because I refuse to change the food. He is working for his normal dry food each and every day, and I will not change that because it is a great way of training your dog. This is really food training, and it is a lifestyle. And then I thought, okay, wait a second. I remember that it was a time when I pushed him gently away. It was something falling down, and he was really fighting against it. And then I thought, okay, I will try this out as well when it comes to that he should add some more drive into my food hand. And as you can see, it is working perfect.
Yeah, that was it. I just want to create a little bit more drive into my food hand. So I push him, and I say, come. Yeah, and I let him go, and he gets his food. Thank you guys very much for watching this. See you in the next video. Bye. Ja, klasse.
So let's start our training off with some proactivity, meaning the dog shows eye contact. I mark it with either a click or a marker word, which is ja. And then little Ivan is getting his food, then I become passive again, wait for the contact, and I reward. I start each and every single training session out exactly in this way. And this I do until the dog is pretty much done with the complete education. So focus is really, really important. Now I go into the exercise. It's called Futtertreiben in German. I do not know the English word. But as you can see, I have some food in my hand, and I simply want my dog to follow my hand. And at the same time as I'm walking, I am feeding him at the same time. So in this particular exercise, I'm not using the clicker. I'm just feeding him randomly. Sometimes after 1 step, sometimes after 2, sometimes after 5, and so on. And there I made a little spin as well, as it is just all about the dog kind of following my hand. And I do this on the right side and also on the left side. This was a little turn, then I make a half spin next to me. As you could see, I took my hand more to the left, away from the dog's head, so he was bending his neck to the left. He was following, and then this way he could make an excellent turn. Now I have him on my right side, the turn again. And normally in the turns I actually make a complete spin in order to teach the dog to move the backhand as he is turning. Like there. And then I feed him. As you can see, he sits down, so it is quite new to him, and that is the reason to why it is very important to, as when you start this, you actually make a complete spin next to you. And in this way, the dog will learn how to move his back legs.
Klasse. Super. Yeah, that was it, guys, for our healing session. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye. Good.
In this video, we are still working on the healing. So I already did my proactivity. And then I cut the video. And now I'm just making him following my hand. And I reward him randomly. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 5 steps as we are walking. As I am turning, can you see that my hand goes slightly away from the dog's head to the outside? And this is how I'm trying to teach him motor skills. So when I take the hand away from my body, he is almost making a little twist next to me. And in this way, I can make him use his backhand.
Du kleine Teufel. Na komm. So, a little bit healing with Ivan. After he's done with itching. Yeah. Oh.
So Ivan is not older than round about 9 weeks actually. So we didn't come so far when it comes to the Futtertreiben, as we call it here. I am still working on that. He is just following my hand and eats as he is moving. That is pretty much it. Sometimes I work him on my right side, sometimes I work him on my left side. And there I tried out to place him in a sit next to me. It is all about luring at this stage. It is pure positive training, just luring the dog into the right kind of behavior. There I lure him into a sit next to me. And as you can see, he's eating the whole time as I am doing my stuff here with him. It takes the puppies at least a week, I would like to say, once you start this new food training program. So he came from his mother and his siblings, and there he got food 3 or 4 times a day in a bowl. And of course he had to fight for it, otherwise he would not get any food. And then the brothers and sisters would take the food away from him. So he is used to doing something for his food, that is for sure. But what he is not used to is that the food is only coming from my hands now. And yeah, the dogs need to adjust to this. Some dogs are very quick learners and they, understand it after 2-3 days. And some dogs, they actually need a week or 2 before the coin completely dropped. There I push him away a little bit. To increase the drive into my food hand. This I have been doing now a few times. Seems to be working really good with this dog. He loves it. He gets to fight even more. I don't know if he is recognizing this from when he was fighting about the food in the bowl, when his siblings were trying to push their way and steal his food. Maybe he recognized it, and that is maybe the reason to why it is working so good. So we are keeping the training sessions very, very short. We have a session of not more than 3 minutes here. And my pockets are almost completely empty, so he will get the rest now. And then we are going to play a little bit. And then little Ivan goes for his toilet, and then he goes for a nap.
Klasse. Komm. Falsch. Ja, klasse. Okay. Super. Macht Spaß, ha? Na komm. Hoppala. Gut.
Are you ready for the next step? If your dog is following your food hand on the right hand side, on the left hand side, and he starts to find some kind of rhythm, or he starts to really establish motor skills, that he walks confident and stable, and you get some kind of rear end awareness, means if you do a right turn, he's following you. If you do a slightly left turn, he's following you. When you stop, then and the dog goes into a basic position, then you're pretty much ready to go ahead. Just make sure that you work on this exercise over and over again. And just because we stop now here with this step, that doesn't mean that you are not supposed to put this exercise, like all the other exercises, what we did in this milestone, in your weekly training plan. Yeah, this was it for this training step. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.